Everybody, welcome back. We're on number 17 of Cutcliffe's patterns. This is an interesting one because the body is silk, and he says lightly waxed. My guess is that in this case we're talking about cobbler's wax to color the silk lightly. And it's a red hackle, and the wing is thrush. I don't have thrush. That's a secondary from a French partridge, which color-wise seems to look kind of like a thrush in terms of color, and that's just based on looking at images of thrush feathers on Featherbase, which is a great website for those that are looking to figure out substitutes and what bird species look like that are not legal or not available anymore or not responsible to use. And so the French partridge, I think, will do nicely. So this is just lightly waxed with the cobbler's wax. So you can see it's still fairly yellow, but it's getting a little bit of an olive cast to it. Like the other thread bodies that I've done already, it's not clear from the text whether the body is tapered or just a single back and forth like a North Country fly. So I'm going with tapered, and could be wrong, don't know, but we'll go with that, and it's just sort of a guess. The red hackle I'm going to use is from Gallo de Leon. This is a neck feather of what they call in Spanish rubion, and I'm doubling it here on top. As I tie it in instead of doubling it beforehand, and I got a little too aggressive here with the doubling. I pulled it right out, but now the feather is doubled, and you can just recreate the tip, back off a little bit, and tie it in again, but now it's already doubled, so we're good to go. And don't be afraid something happens, you can backtrack. So I'm going to kind of wrap in touching, loosely spaced wraps through the thorax here, kind of create that Cutcliffe collar, but a little bit back. There's no dubbing or anything on the body, so I figured that to do that wrapping to sort of create the concept of a thorax, but that's just a guess. You could do less wraps if you'd like. I'm just going to push it down gently for a second while I make space for a wing. This one I'm going to do folded. So I'm going to take a chunk from one side, and I'm pulling the fibers out and attempting to line up the tips before I peel it off. Hopefully you can see that a little bit. And then I'm going to peel it off. Let's kind of hold everything and take a little bit of an aggressive strike to get it peeled off. And get rid of the extra curlies. And then fold it. You're going to catch fish on this, so these wings are going to get beat up. So you can be dainty about it and fancy about it for that for a frame if you really want, but at the end of the day, this folded beat up wing is going to be the is all you really need. Just cutting off the excess there and wrapping forward. I had a little bit over the eye, so you do a little sweep move to pick up that little extra part of the butt, move it away from the eye, and try and trim in there a little bit. Hopefully we'll catch it with the whip finish. And a little bit more wax on that section there. And that's the cobblers again, because I started to get more yellow. Just keep this a little bit olivey. Right there at the head. Back to front whip finish. Cut off. And there's the fly. And I believe the camera cuts out at me, so we got to come back for the 360, but all you miss is me primping and playing with it. So here we're back after primping and playing with it, just to get that last 360 of the folded wing. And here's a close-up, and that is the fly. Thanks. Take care. Bye.